the prosecution can investigate and prosecute attacks that occurred between the 1st of October 2004 and the 12th of December 2005 if they are connected with the Hariri attack. For those attacks which took place in Lebanon after the 12th of December 2005, we would have to demonstrate that there is a connection with the Hariri attack, but there are other factors and steps that would have to be taken which are outside of the authority of the prosecution's office. The court has elaborated on the criteria for connection. In other words, they've explained what factors they would consider when determining whether or not another attack in Lebanon had a connection with the Hariri attack such that we would be given the authority to investigate that attack. Some of the factors they referred to are the way in which the attack was carried out. In other words, the modus operandi, the manner in which the crime was committed. Second is the purpose behind the attack. The third is the relationship of the victims. By that meaning whether or not there is some type of relationship, association, or connection between the victims who were attacked and Hariri, Mr. Rafiq Hariri, the former prime minister. And another factor that was considered was the connection between the perpetrators. So in other words, whether or not there was connection between the persons who carried out the other attacks and who carried out the attack against Mr. Hariri. Applying the criteria that's set out in the statute, the pretrial judge has determined that there was a connection and found that there was a connection between the Hariri case and the three cases I've already mentioned which we are investigating. Those being the attempted assassination of Mr. Marwan Hamadeh, the economy minister, and that attempted assassination took place on October 1st, 2004. The second was the assassination of Mr. George Howie, which took place on June 21st, 2005. He was the former leader of the Communist Party. And the third was the attempted assassination of Mr. Elias El-Mur on the 12th of July, 2005. He was the outgoing Deputy Prime Minister and the former Defense Minister. As there was a connection found in relation to these cases, the courts were deferred to the tribunal and the investigative files were provided to the Office of the Prosecutor. Presently, my office is investigating these three cases that have been found to be connected, and if there is sufficient evidence, we will seek to file an indictment. In relation to other attacks, not these three attacks that fall within the time frame or potential jurisdiction of the tribunal, as I mentioned earlier, we're assessing those attacks to see if there is a potential connection, whether or not we could demonstrate a connection. But at the moment, those attacks, as I mentioned, remain within the authorities in Lebanon, remain with the judicial authorities to investigate and prosecute. If we have any information or if we have any assistance and able to provide it, we will assist the Lebanese authorities, but we have no authority to investigate those attacks.